Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Boilermakers will kick it off to get us underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short.
Here we go.
To the air, it's Raiola. Caught near the sticks, it's Knowles. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off play action on first down. The sure hands, it's Harris. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Branch. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Branch. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these...
Diving for the score! He loses the football! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Makes the grab. It's Hansen. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. The quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place. Was 40.
Lets it fly! And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yo, yeah, he got blasted. You've got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the catch. It's Palmer. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Purdue!
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. He makes the catch. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end. And he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Got room at the 35. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's open on the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Raiola. He's got him still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Looking for the time with the extra point.
And there's so many targets to focus on, so many elite playmakers, and they just lost it. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll give it to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell He wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And the Boilermakers get it past the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the back. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The give to the back. Oh, out of space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Here comes the offense on first down. Gonna run it. It's Avant. He's loose. Lots of running room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit.
There he goes. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Raiola. and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Purdue! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first. And, man, what they can do on second down here. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the air, it's Raiola. Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Loss on first down, increase the degree of difficulty. Second and goal from the 8. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. All down inside the 5, at the 4 after the pick. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply wouldn't help.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third down, going up top. Slithers into space. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the tight end. Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. He's looking downfield to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Childs. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. Give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw again. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach...
It's a seam wide open. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. That's caught. It's Smith. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Boilermakers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Wisconsin was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Camp Randall. In fact, I think in the end,
touchdown, Huskers! Stealing a score on special teams. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to take off, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll run the screen. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun. Give on the inside. Gets away from one. He's got space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
The Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Rush is on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Boilermakers will punt this one away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got his man downfield. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Nebraska! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Childs. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Give to the running back. And some room to work. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give on the option. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
With the catch, it's Harper. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Boilermakers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw in that blitz, they had no shot of blocking him. He's able to get home to the quarterback to come up with a massive sack.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. Fourth down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big fourth down.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Speeding down the left side. Past the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue!
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, I should have ran a better route.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
From the shotgun, the inside give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to power their way ahead. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. First play of the drive comes from the 38. On the run, it's McClure. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Makes a connection. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Spins away from the defender. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more.
Touchdown, Boilermakers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. He does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle, it's Markway. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Knowles. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some 1st downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Huskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
He'll bring it out. It's Childs. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down. They'll go to the air. He's taking the shot. He's got it along the sideline. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Unloads it left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, no mystery here. Third in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
He'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Smith. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights. Just over a minute to go in this one. They have the lead now to try to hold it. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Got his man quickly.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in on the right. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
With the catch, it's Knowles. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Nebraska! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And it just looked about to order. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Harris. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.